What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. And we had a very mixed day, but I think mid caps did wonders. And from the last episode, I think we had discussed that this is a dip to buy. And from that point onwards, if you look at what has happened in mid caps, I think it's just phenomenal. The index, I think if I open up the mid small 400, and if I think open the other index, I think the index from the low is up by about 4.5%, which is insane. And we've seen a lot of stocks having a lot of action. So if I open up the entire mid cap pack today, so you'll be surprised to see that large caps did underperform. And if you look at these are the mid cap names which did extremely well. So the strength of the market is very, very good. I think we are back. In terms of large caps, I think we still had very good action in large caps as well. And small caps did have a lot of upper circuits, and that kind of, this kind of tells you the story. So more or less, we've got a lot of action back in mid caps and small caps, which was pretty much evident. Now today, after RBI's announcement, which kind of tells us that there is no change and the neutral stance by RBI. I think that kind of reiterates the fact that the markets are not yet ready for any kind of economical problem. So, with that being said, there are a group of stocks, like a bunch of stocks, which I feel could outperform, and I'm still bullish on the market. So, again, from an index perspective, I think Nifty Bank Nifty are probably going to be sidelined, but I think a lot of action will be in mid cap. So, let's get started with Cipla, and let's understand what are the stocks that we're going to be watching out for tomorrow. So Cipla is about to break out from this base. Now it did try breaking out over here, but I think this one's going to be stronger. Why? Because it has taken off the lows. That means it has liquidated a lot of market participants, and I think it's about to reach all-time high. Also, if you look at Nifty Pharma, I think today Divi's Lab was up 6%. And if you look at the Nifty Pharma index, it is inching towards a fresh high. Now, in the previous episodes, I have mentioned that pharma is something that is going to get in money flow. And now what pharma is doing is it has kind of come out of this range. And if you look at this range, entire range, I think from August 2024, like one entire month we stayed in the range. And I think now majority of the pharma stocks are ready. So Cipla is definitely going to be the one on my radar. Next up, we've got Nykaa. Now, Nykaa is something that's reacting out of the order block. Now, we were planning a trade in Nykaa right here, but then it didn't really work out because there wasn't any confirmation, on Nykaa. But now what has happened is Nykaa has, reacted from the last area of demand, which is very crucial. So I think there could be some action in Nykaa as well. Now I'll just open up volumes just to have like an idea of what's really happening. So again, we can see dry up of volume. So again, that's interesting. RR Cable is another name which probably could be a good buy on the pullback. Now, it's a disclaimer, we are already having a position in RR Cable, but the way it is setting up, I think it is going to be ready for a continuation, and I could expect to see something like this in RR Cable tomorrow. It's just typically how this stock behaves. Next up, we've got Drama Phosphates, and now this one is again another nice base which is being building up for a long period of time. This is going to be on my radar. Naukri, one IT name which has made a fresh high. I think not an all-time high. Yes, I think it's an all-time high. So Naukri again trying to move higher, and this was one of those names which remained strong even though the mainstream indices kind of faced weakness. Garware Fibers, another name which is near the area of one of the most important areas of demand over here. So this is going to be an interesting one to watch out for. Now, mind you, Garware Fibers is coming out of a long, very, very big base. So I think this is going to be really, really interesting from a positional angle. Next up, we've got Harmalia. So now the Harrison's Malayalam, I think we discussed this stock here. It moved up, came back, and now again, I think this is ready to move higher. This is a very, very nice base that I would like to, play around. Goa Carbon is another name which is trading near the areas of demand. So again, I'm not really ready. I don't really think the stock is ready right now, but I think the location is really good. So we may see some action. Oil India, again, another name which is hovering around the areas of demand. And I think from a demand specific play, I think this could start moving higher from here. Sangam India, another name which is trading and hovering near demand. Now, the reason I'm again trying to tell you which are the stocks that are nearing demand. Like last time we spoke about Maruti Suzuki, if you remember. And disclaimer, I still have a position in Maruti Suzuki, but again, this is what we discussed, and Maruti reacted exactly from that place. So again, these are kind of setups that I would like to play. Next up, we've got another IT stock, which is Tech Mahindra, which is again coming out of a nice little base. So I think we could see some action here. Now, I think we did discuss TCS, which is still not reacted from this little area of demand. Now, we've also had bad news coming in today. Mr. Tata is no more, which could probably, obviously, it does not really have a fundamental impact, but a sentimental impact could come in and play here. So that's again something. Now, another name is HCL Tech. So now you can see multiple IT names coming in over and over again, which tells you that IT is definitely really strong, at least stronger than others. SBI Card, another name which is tapping. Already tapped from that area of demand, but I think there still could be some action here. Nupur Recyclers Limited. Now, this is something which has been basing for a long period of time. Just look at this base, and now it has finally moved out of that base. So, I personally feel that from like a 6-9 month view, I think Nupur Recyclers is going to outperform the market. But today, the stock was up 13%, so there's really no room for you to enter. But maybe on a pullback, you could probably look for an entry. Rupa is another name which is hovering near an area of demand, and I'd really like to see this kind of a volume dry up. So again, no entry here, but I think this is going to be interesting one. Venky's is another name which is trading at an area of demand, and I think there should be this kind of an action tomorrow. Now, Apex Frozen Food, another name which is very similar to Venky's. It is doing the exact same thing, and it has started reacting. So, Apex Frozen Foods is up about 8% from the lows, and Venky's has still not reacted. So I'm expecting some sort of a candle like this tomorrow in Venky's. Let's see on how that plays out. Next up, we've got Amber Enterprises. Very, very nice base and setup. Now, again, a disclaimer, we've already shared this trade with our clients. So a lot of our clients are already having long positions in this particular trade. So do your own due diligence if you're trying to take this one. CMS Infosystems, another name which is hovering near a very nice base, volume drying up, and again a disclaimer, we already have a position in this one. Aether, again a name which has reacted from an area of demand. This really looks really, really nice. So I think I'm going to be interested in this one. And then last but not least, Ganesha Ecosware. Very, very nice base. Stock has been, it created a very long wide base, moved up, and now it has created another base. So again, this is another name which is going to be on my radar. So majority of the names are from the mid cap space. There are a bunch of pharma stocks. There are a bunch of IT stocks, and then there are again diversified names which are coming in. So I think that's what the market's going to do. Banking, specifically PSU banks, look a little weak. So stay away from banks, and that's basically what I have in store for you for this episode. So if you like this content, do make sure to drop in a comment, hit the like button, and drop the like, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It really motivates all our team members to put in more efforts and curate great content for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.